What's good, boys? What's poppin'? This video is probably going to be a little bit boring, so I'm going to try and fly through, keep it as quick as I can to keep you guys sticking around. If you think that you're not going to be able to stick through with this and learn the new way to do SMMA and make crazy cash with this whole new system, this whole new model underneath the SMMA umbrella, then it might be best to click off right now. However, if you do want to learn the new way, leverage your position because you're getting in this at so early, and I'm going to explain that pretty soon. But if that is you, you're willing to actually put the time in, learn this, and then actually start right now, this is perfect for you, right? Stick around. And even if not, stick around, learn. You're going to learn a few things either way. And this model is a perfect transition if you're currently running SMMA or some sort of marketing agency, maybe even doing organic content for brands, whatever it might be. This is the perfect step up transition to leverage your position right now and also make way more money in the short term and long term. And it's a business model that's going to scale way further, right? So I'm going to dive into it. Like I said, we're going to try and speed run this. I do apologize if it's boring. I'm going to try and keep this as interactive as I can possibly. But just remember, this is strictly educational, and that kind of stuff isn't the stuff that does well over on YouTube. So SMMA isn't dead, right? Although everyone's sort of telling you that, it's just evolved. Here's what's interesting. Every week, me and probably you, I see someone claiming SMMA is dead, it's saturated, it doesn't work anymore, over on YouTube, over on Instagram, whatever it might be. But here's what they're not telling you, right? Most of these people are just trying to sell you on their own business model, whether it's dropshipping, whether it's Amazon FBA, whether it's a clothing brand I've seen a lot of recently, whatever it might be, they're trying to sell you on their own business model, right? Some other kind of shitty trend in most cases. And look, I'm not here to tell you to stop doing SMMA. I'm definitely not, because to be completely honest with you, I have deep love for SMMA. SMMA is sick. I'm going to dive into why as well. The world revolves around the internet and social media. So why would you want to start working in that space? Like when the internet came around, everyone was complaining, it's going to steal our jobs. We need to start working in these spaces. We need to all stick to our physical local businesses. And look where that got everyone, right? Internet's the new thing. All the guys at our ages are absolutely killing it online on the internet. Social media came around, exact same thing. You're actually seeing it more recently now with AI as well. But with social media, it's such like an open book to so much money and so much opportunities and things like that. So why would you just stop because it's saturated or dead? I'm here to show you the right way to do this whole business model in 2025, the new way to have leverage, scale way further than the classic traditional SMMA model, right? But without completely changing to any of this stuff like dropshipping, like Amazon FBA, like having a clothing brand. So, look, SMMA worked absolutely great in the start, right? At this point, Iman was around, is absolutely killing it. Businesses needed social media, they had no idea how it worked, and if they paid you, it made them more money. It makes absolute sense, of course. Like, let's just draw a little graph for you. If a business has been like this for years, which most local businesses do, there's not really much that happens, it's quite stagnant growth. Then, social media comes around, and what happened to them? They started slowly going like this, because they're competing with all these different social media brands, all these different businesses that are the exact same as theirs, who are leveraging social media, right? Like, even like TikTok Shop, for example. If you see like a bakery just selling bakery stuff, then you see another bakery on TikTok Shop selling brownies and things like that. Where is most of the business going to go? To this new online phenomenon, whatever it might be. So the traditional businesses, because no one's really shopping on the high streets anymore, is going to go down like this. However, the businesses that do use social media and leverage it go like this. I hope that makes sense. But it's pretty obvious, right? Businesses needed social media. They had no idea how it worked. They come in, and if they pay you and start off on this journey, they're going to massively scale, even if you weren't incredible at your job. Because there was so many, there was such a lack of businesses actually leveraging social media and stuff at the start of this. So the ones that did really seen a difference. But then obviously, like everything, it became a trend. Everyone started doing it, and it just became a lot more competitive. So, results got harder to achieve. You needed new strategies, new creatives, new campaigns, consistently, just to maintain the same result to that point. So it got up to here, but then you had to maintain all this stuff just to keep it at this level. Otherwise, it would just go straight back down to where you started, if not even lower, right? Because if you can't maintain it, there's no point doing it. So the problem isn't SMMA itself, if we're being completely honest. SMMA is a great model. The issue is this person right here, the client, who you're doing it for. This is the problem. Everyone's going for the same exact client, and it just doesn't work as well as it used to anymore. It can still work, but it just doesn't work like it used to, and I'm going to explain that in the next part. So think about it, right? Every local business already has someone managing their social media, whether it's their Facebook, their IG, their maybe YouTube, or X, Twitter, whatever it might be. Whatever platform it might be, they've already got someone managing their social media in some form. Every restaurant already has their Facebook guy. Every gym already has someone running their ads. They've got their Instagram guy. Literally every local business, even like these construction companies, have these websites set up with Instagrams linked. Literally every business has some sort of social media guy, whether it's an actual agency, whether it's just someone younger in their family they've kind of employed to do this. There's so many different ways it happens, but everyone's already got someone, right? And I don't really need to go into that because I'm sure you found out yourself if you're already in the SMMA space. But I'm not going to make everything negative like all these other people. SMMA is dead. It's definitely not. What's the best case scenario? Let's stop thinking about, worst case scenario. What's the worst that can happen? Let's think about best. I prefer to think about what is the best case scenario. If all goes well, where will this get you, right? You could land maybe five clients at, let's say, 2K each. This is probably the maximum, and I imagine most of you guys aren't even going to charge this or even looking to charge this because you're desperate for clients, probably aiming between the sort of $500 to 1K. But let's say you do, right? Let's say you do 2K and you get 5 clients. That's 10K per month. That's pretty sick. That's where everyone aims to be. All these guys want to do online business. I just want to hit 10K a month. Please, please, please. I want to travel the world, do this, do this. I just want 10K per month. It's such like a big thing. Everyone wants 10K per month. But if you are in this situation, you do get 5 clients at 2K and you make 10K per month, the issue is you're constantly creating content, all these little different platforms. You're always, this is meant to be you, right? You are always absolutely jogging, absolutely chasing results consistently. You never stop. It gets very, very tiring. Trust me. You're dealing with endless meetings, Zoom calls, even physical meetings as well, depending. And then you're always replacing. Let's just put replacing as well. You're always replacing churn clients. Because believe it or not, there is always churn clients. There's always someone better than you. There's always businesses not doing well. There's so many local businesses now closing down because it's just not the way forward anymore. So people are always churning, especially at these higher price points, at these 1K, 2K price points. People are consistently churning. You've got to chase new clients. So here's what the smart SMMA owners, here's what the smart operators actually figured out. Instead of changing your entire business model, you can't just take SMMA and evolve that into somehow dropshipping. It just makes no sense. It's completely polar opposite. Like, don't get me wrong, you can still leverage like your Facebook ad skills, but it's a completely different niche. You're selling completely different products. You have to learn it pretty much from scratch, right? You've wasted all of your time following this whole roadmap and then getting here. It just makes no sense. So instead, you need to stick with what you're doing because that's how you make money. People make money in every single niche. I'm sure you've seen this. Everyone likes to go with a narrative that certain business models have died, they're saturated, whatever it is. But realistically, every business model works. There is millionaires, billionaires in most cases, in every single business model. Where do you think all these gurus came from? They haven't just made it up. They've actually made money in all these different random business models, whether it's SMMA, like really obviously, or whether it's rug tufting. It could be literally anything. There is rich people everywhere from literally anything. So, you don't want to just jump on every new shiny object, every new trend. Stick with what you're good at if you've already learned it. If not, feel free, right? But if you're in the SMMA space already, you can't get the results you want to get. You need to just stop thinking about changing your entire business model over and over and over again, chasing the next shiny object, thinking the grass is always greener. All you need to do is change who you're working with. And I will explain that in a moment. Don't worry, that will become very, very clear why you should do that and how it works. But for now, just know you need to stop thinking about changing everything you're doing, learning all these new tactics, spending so much time in education, so much money in education, and just start thinking about how about I do the same thing, but I just provide my service to different clients, different people, right? So here's what I mean. Instead of working with local businesses who already have someone, maybe small e-com brands with absolutely minuscule margins, or service providers who cannot, for the life of them, scale at all. They cannot. It's impossible for them to scale, especially like a local business. They have very, very stagnant growth and they just don't know how to scale at all. And their only thing they can think of is like, let's start posting on social media. They always get the shittest content and they don't have any money to actually pay you and all this stuff. Smart SMMA owners have started working with infoproduct creators. Now, some of you lot won't know what this means, so I will explain this really briefly, and some of you lot will know what this means. But I just want to preface this really quickly. There is no such thing as an actual infoproduct creator. There's no one going around, well, there is some people going around, but you're not looking for someone who makes videos about infoproducts, right? It's just the sort of category we put them in. What is infoproducts? Info is information. They're selling information online. Information equals cash. Why do you go to university, right? Because you want to pay for information. You want to learn from someone else who's been in the same position as you. They've learned about the position, whatever it might be. You want to pay them to learn what they already know. And the thing with university is 9 times out of 10, they don't even know this information. They're just relaying off a script. Like, look at these guys who do business in university. Most of them have never owned a business in their life. They've probably failed at business. They've just done business themselves in uni, went out and teach it. Why do you want to learn from them? The way the world's changing now is people want to learn business from a successful business owner rather than a random guy in university or college, right? So everything's moving online. And they want to pay the business owner to learn from them. And that's become very, very possible with information products. These guys make content online and then sell information through that content to their followers, their subscribers, their audience, whatever it might be, who want to learn what they do. Now, let me go into this a little bit further. Course creators, online coaches, digital educators, trading mentors. There's so many different things. I could do like a literal 20-page list right here. But literally all this type of stuff, it's the exact same skills. It's the exact same services. The only thing that changes is who you're doing it for. You've got 2 clients here. Here's who everyone else goes for. And here's who you go for. We're going to stop working with the guy that everyone else is working with. And we want to go with the new thing that's about to make absolutely tons of money. And that is infoproduct creators. Let's stop working with all these e-com brands, these service providers, these local businesses. It just isn't the same anymore, right? And there's such a ceiling that you can't get past. What is the point? For me, I only want to go into a business model that I know I can really scale in and actually delegate tasks, build an agency around it, so I can just get bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better. But in the traditional SMMA space right now, that is absolutely impossible. And that's not me trying to make an SMMA is dead video. That's just me being completely honest. But if you don't believe me, you can try it yourself. But most of you probably already had, which is why you've ended up here, right? So, why does this work so well? Think about any successful course creator, online coach. It might be someone you followed online for a while. It might be an online PT. It might be a trading guy. It might be an SMMA guy. Whatever it might be, right? What are they good at? Have a think. I'm going to go through it, but you have a think on the top of your head. What do you think they're good at? They're obviously good at creating content. They might be good at Instagram. Maybe it's even YouTube or X. They're good at building an audience, building fans, because that's what the whole thing is, right, on social media. They have followers. They have an audience that consistently shows up every single time to like, comment, watch, everything. Teaching their skill. I don't even know what to draw for this one. Let's just draw a little whiteboard. They're good at teaching their skill. And then finally, probably the most important one, they are good at being the first. They enjoy being the first. So they're good at all these different things. But what we forget about, because we think these guys are absolutely perfect, right? If you follow someone, you put them on such a pedestal, you're like, oh, these are perfect people. But what you need to think about in this position is, what are they bad at? What things are they not so good at? So they struggle with running ads, 100%. They struggle with managing their social medias. Like, everyone can post on social media, sick. But you have to remember there's a big, big difference between managing and just posting every single day. Just posting won't get you anywhere. You need to actually successfully manage, strategize, and everything like that. They struggle with building systems, back-end operations, anything like that. They've got no clue. They're all good on the front end, being the first. But when it comes to anything on the business back-end side, they have no clue. And what ties into that next as well is scaling the business. They're probably quite good at scaling their followers and getting an audience, but when it comes to actually scaling a business to make real money, they have no idea, right? So they struggle with every single one of these different things. So this is where your SMMA skills become incredibly valuable. The new SMMA. Now you can probably see how this is all tying in together. So, because unlike a restaurant making 20% margins on a $20 meal, right? You can do the maths for yourself right there. But unlike a restaurant doing 20% margins on a $20 meal, these clients are selling digital products with 90% margins. You probably have never even seen something with 90% margins in your life, but I'm telling you now, it's an absolute rocket. It's an absolute spaceship, these different products. All they do is scale, 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 because they've got such high margins that they can hire a team, they can do all these different things, but they don't even need to. It's a lean team. They can actually probably make 10k, 20k, 30, 40, 50k per month on their own, which is why these margins are so insanely high. But here's where they're at right now, and here's where you want to get them to. So if they're at 50k, and you take them to 100k, which you think is absolutely crazy, right? This is a lot of money to go around. This 50k gap right here is absolutely tons of money to go around. And this is only one client, remember. We're replacing the SMMA where you're looking to get 5, 10 clients at 1, 2k per month. But right now, we're getting a 50k profit with just one client. And then all we have to do is delegate that around, right? And the difference is the way you get paid too. But we're going to get into that pretty soon as well. Now, let me break down the math. So traditional SMMA right now, you bust your ass to find 5 clients at 2k each. Best case scenario, as we already said. That's 10k per month, but you're always creating new content, chasing clients, chasing results, and replacing the people who have churned as well. Because the people who churn, that is such a high number in the traditional SMMA, as you mentioned earlier, because people are always going under, they're losing business, they don't trust you, they don't believe in social media, they've got a better guy offering them some cheaper service, someone in their family's now doing it. These problems are so common, and there's probably so much more problems as well. If you run an SMMA currently, drop some in the comments and let us know. But there's so many different problems that come up, and you might hit that 10k per month, that goal that you've always been waiting to hit. Then next month you drop straight to 6k, then 3k, and then you might come back to this video and finally realize it's time to make a difference. So with the newer model SMMA, let's just go back to what we mentioned up here. The new model SMMA, you just work with, let's say 3. I'm just making this up, but let's say 3 info product clients, 3 IPCs, right? Now, all you do, instead of taking a retainer, you take a percentage, which we like to call a rev share. So a revenue share just means whatever they make, you take a percentage out of that, right? It makes a lot of sense. If you make them 50k and you want 20% of that, you take home 20%. That's 10k for you in your pocket straight away, right? If you want to, you can just take a revenue share on the profit you generate them rather than the whole amount. Or you can do a profit share. There's so many different ways to do this. But at foundational level, you make money from the performance you do. If you take them from 50k to 100k, you get paid based on that. You don't just get paid like a 2k retainer or a build and release fee. You get paid based on what you generate for them. So it's really good to go on clients because it's no risk. Hey man, I don't get paid unless I make you money. Okay, that sounds good. I don't pay you unless I'm already profiting. That makes total sense because I'm never going to lose money doing that. So let's go ahead and do it. So you take a percentage of revenue. If they scale, then you scale. And you've got the same exact skills, but way better results, right? And that's the perfect thing. Everything else is the same other than the results and who you're working with. So let me show you exactly how this works. The beautiful thing is you already have the skills. Whether it's social media management, whether it's ad campaign creation, whether it's content strategy, which is a big one as well, because like I said, these guys are great at creating content, but they have no clue about the back end stuff, the management, the strategy, all this type of stuff. They have no idea whatsoever. Maybe it's just marketing knowledge. There's so much more. I could list hundreds of things here. Again, I could put 20 pages in, but I'm just trying to give you an insight into all the different skills that you probably possess already that you can leverage straight away. All you're doing is taking all this stuff and so much more and just applying it to new, better clients. They're all better. Everyone's new and better, and they're going to make way more cash, absolutely tons of cash, compared to what these current local businesses do that you're working with. So here's exactly how to start. Firstly, you need to find the right partners. You can't just do this with anyone, right? You can't just go make 50k with a random guy. Let's be completely honest here. It's not as easy as some people like to make out. So you need to find the right partners. You have to look for creators who might already have an audience. So they've already got an audience. they sell info products already. You can actually work with people who don't already sell info products, but they're a lot harder to find these days. So you need to find people who already sell some sort of info, some sort of information. They need better systems, right? They've got a gap in their funnel. Something's not working, or it can be improved upon. And the main thing, they want to scale. If they don't want to make more money, how are you going to offer them some sort of position to work with them, right? But the lucky thing is for you, if they've got an audience and they're selling things online, chances are they do want to scale. Step 2, all you need to do is use your SMMA skills. All the skills you've built up, it's time to actually put them into action with real clients that are going to make you real money. So all you have to do is help them with strategy, ad campaigns. I mean, ad campaigns even only come with scale too. So you have no idea how to run ads, even if you've been doing SMMA. I'm not sure how you've got this far, but I wouldn't even worry too deeply either. Maybe content distribution, management, and then finally, different growth systems. You can help them with all this stuff, plus way more, to be completely honest. And then lastly, you just structure better deals. So instead of the flat 2K retainers, let's just put 2K per month. No more 2K per month retainers. Instead, we do revenue share. Revenue share agreements, no more bullshit retainers. It doesn't work. You get a percentage of the growth. You scale together. And finally, which makes a lot of sense, you win together. So everyone's results, everyone's goals align with each other, because if you make money, I make money. If I make money, you make money. Everything just makes a lot more sense than these bullshit retainers with these bullshit businesses. So let me be clear, right? I'm not telling you to stop doing SMMA. That is not what this video is about. I'm not trying to get you to quit SMMA and stop doing SMMA. And I'm not trying to get you to go learn a whole new skill and pay for some crazy mentorship and start from the ground up, right? I don't want you to do that either. I'm also not telling you to start from scratch. I do not want you to go and take everything I've taught you and everything that you already know and delete it. That is not my goal right here. That's not what I want. I do not want you to start from scratch. And lastly, I do not want you to change everything. In fact, I don't really want much change. There's a few things that we went over that might want to make a little bit of a difference, but all in all, there's not much change to be done. I want you to pretty much stick with what you're already doing. What I am telling you to do, and what I am showing you how to do, is use your existing skills. This is huge, right? Everyone's trying to acquire more and more skills, then they forget about their old skills, they don't know what works best, the grass is always greener. It just doesn't work. I'm going to show you how to actually leverage the skills that you already possess, and then leverage that to get more and more skills that you can leverage to make more and more money and scale well further. Then, I want to show you how to work with better clients. Use your existing skills with these new, better clients are going to make you way more money. Again, that makes sense. This is all obvious stuff, at least I hope so. Let me know if it's not. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but for me, this just makes sense. Next, a very good one, which I'm sure most of you will be excited about. Make more money. It's inevitable, right? If you work with businesses that have way higher margins and make way more revenue, then because of that, you're going to make more money, especially when you're doing revenue share, not shitty retainers. And then lastly, I want to show you how to actually scale. How do you actually scale this and not plateau and get stuck at 10K per month and then churn, go to 6K, then 3K? How do you actually just keep scaling bigger and bigger and bigger? The skills that built SMMA still work, but they just work better with the right clients. And you only need 2 or 3 of them to make real money. So, if you want to learn how to evolve your SMMA, firstly, find your first info product client, right? Then, build basic back-end systems, structure revenue share deals, and you're good to go. Like, I don't want to make it sound too simple. It is pretty simple, but I don't want to sound too easy. If you don't want to put some effort in, this is going to be super simple to change business model and level up and find new clients. All this stuff is not easy, right? 100%. So if you're not willing to make that move and put the effort in, then this isn't for you. But if it is, and you want to learn exactly how to do this in depth, because I know you're probably watching this thinking, okay, this sounds good, but how do I actually transition? Is it realistic? Is it going to take me years and years to learn? The answer is no, it's not. You are leveraging the same skills that you've already got, and it's just a little bit of change that's getting sprinkled in to help you actually make way more money, work for the best clients ever, and it's so scalable, and it's how I've made all my money so far. So I've put together a free training that breaks down everything step by step. It's not the usual bullshit free training with like a sales page to fill an application and come on a sales call. None of that, don't worry. There's no pitches, no sales calls, no bullshit. It's just a free training. You're first going to watch the free training video if you want to. Then if you click the button below that, it's going to invite you to our WAP, where I've got literal free modules built out that other people charge thousands for. And you also get the free community, and we may start doing some calls on there too, and you get all of this for free. So if you want to jump in there, click the first link in the description. You'll get instant access. You can literally learn everything directly from me in the free group. But the only other thing is as well, which isn't necessary for most of you, if you do want to skip all of the bullshit, get straight to it and learn everything, get serious, then inside Operator Labs, you get our entire backend system, our pre-built automations, you get free unlimited Go High Level, which is, crazy. People rave about that. You get weekly implementation calls, actual coaching calls as a group with me and my team. And then you also get every single template we use. Every automation funnel I've built, you literally get in your hands to copy and paste wherever you want. Instead of figuring out yourself, you get everything that's making us money right now. Literally every single SOP, every single Notion document, every single automation, funnel, everything I've built inside my Go High Level account, you get for free when you join Operator Labs. And some real results as well. Tamek scaled a trading career to 40k in 3 days. You can literally check the case study video on my channel about that. Harry landed 2 clients from his bed with our exact strategies. And Zawa helped the client bring in $92,800 in revenue. Click the second link below. Take the free trial. It doesn't even cost up front, so like, what are you going to lose? And implement our proven systems. But if not, don't worry. Get the free training. Check it out first. See what you think. Then maybe later on you'll join Operator Labs. But either way, I'm easy, right? But that's pretty much it. This has been the new way to do SMMA. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've given you some insights. And I don't want you to go around jumping business model to business model, because you just will never make money doing that, right? And you may as well just stop trying to learn how to do business altogether. Stick to your job, whatever it is. But if you do want to stick in the SMMA space and make some real scalable income, travel the world, make money online, whatever it is that you might want to do, this is the way to do it, and it's the new way to do SMMA. So thanks for watching. Implement all of this. Make sure you join the free group, and if you want to join Operator Labs, jump in for the free trial, see how it is. I appreciate you all watching. Peace the fuck out.